Hello, welcome everyone. So this afternoon we have got another interesting session today, and as you know that we have been running the arts workshop, and of course we have linked the workshops to more sort of mental wellness and how you practice arts to bring your focus down, boost your confidence, and we have been doing a series on it. Today we have got another special session on Warli Art. Again, it's a tribal art from India, and we have with us here Dr. Anjana Sinha, who is a mathematical physicist, and her journey, of course, started in 1988 as a mathematical physicist, and possibly art has been lying very dormant in the middle years, and of course she will be joining us today to kind of tell us the rest of the story. So let's invite Dr. Sinha in the studio now. Her background is in physics and applied mathematics unit, and she is in the Indian Statistical Institute. Her research is in the area of quantum physics and mathematical physics. And of course, she has got lots of publications that you can also go in to view on the researcher website. So welcome, Dr. Sinha, to our studio. Hello. And thank you very much for giving us the time to do and help us get an idea.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No, thank you very much for joining us today. Really, I mean, you know, it's quite amazing to see your career as a, of course, mathematical physicist. And then today you are here in the workshop where you are actually talking about Warli Arts, and you are showing us some of that. What has been your inspiration or motivation?
I have been interested in art and craft right from my childhood, probably inspired by my mother, my aunt, and all that. Up till my student days, I was doing something or the other, and we were a very close group of friends who used to share our works and everything: knitting, crochet, doll making, this, that, a host of things. Then, like in our household during festivities, we used to do alpana, a form of art which is done with rice paste. So that was something very close to my heart, and I used to just love doing it. After that, when I had my kids and all, there was a long gap of 3 decades, I would say. The volcano was lying dormant, and then it suddenly erupted one day after they were grown up. So I had a lot of free time. I didn't have to help them with their studies. I had a lot of free time. And then just this art started bubbling again. And then I just started doing this. I started with Warli, then I moved over to many other forms also. And of course, recycling. I just love recycling, and this pandemic has helped me a lot in this manner. Like perhaps I can recycle, I think, anything that I can lay my hands on. Discarded pans, discarded spoons, my discarded dresses, I just then recycle them into new ones, which my daughters love to wear. Even though they are fully adults now, they just love to wear those recycled dresses. And one of my daughters, my younger daughter, she calls me her personal tailor also. So, like that.
And I can see that, like, you know, it's, yes, I mean, I think it's a fun thing to do with the kids, isn't it?
Yes.
To see them grow, to help them to play, and to get your hands messy, and, you know, all of that thing. Yes. And it's kind of an engagement, and it's also a fun activity. But do you think that in all of these, your background in mathematics did play a role?
Yes, like it helped me a lot. Like, actually, I love maths and physics like anything. My day starts every day with solving the Sudoku in the newspaper. And like when I'm doing some stitching, the dimensions are very important. Maths plays a very important role there. While I'm doing art forms, these, well, first let me tell you, I don't have any formal education in arts, no formal training, no background. It's just whatever I feel like doing. So I can't give you the technical details, but suppose, particularly this Madhubani art, in Madhubani, there's a particular form of art, Gotna, which is extremely symmetrical. And here, maths plays a tremendous role, like how to distribute the figures in the sheet that I am doing, whether I'll divide the page into like it's in concentric circles. So what will be the width of the concentric circles? Then how many figures will I draw, whether 6 or 8, or it's very easy for me to divide. Like, so maths has helped me. I have even designed board games. So for board games, maths has been very helpful in taking the dimensions and then thinking of the pattern that will fit in. So it, of course,
Again,
and
I mean, that
another
reminds me. Yeah, that's
another thing,
yeah.
I have solving puzzles is one of my favorite pastimes. And whenever I used to get stuck, either in solving a mathematical problem or a research problem, even today, I just doodle. And I didn't know what that was called. Recently, I came to know that those are known as either mandalas or Zentangles and all that. So that relaxed my mind. And then I was again able to solve the problem. So maths has been helpful indirectly or directly.
Yeah. I mean, what you were saying there is quite interesting because in the, in the primary schools here, they have been experimenting at the moment with things like Sudoku, but not with the numbers. With the kids, they are actually trying
Shapes.
to do shapes and patterns. And they're kind of doing that with the kids. And I think that they enjoy it. But what's happening through that process is that it kind of teaches them or gives them that mathematical understanding, and they feel more confident when they play with numbers. And I think it's that kind of excitement that comes from the drawing, because in the schools here they kind of use lots and lots of creative projects. And I think what you're saying there, yes, there is a linkage. I don't know, I've not got
I don't.
huge
Yeah,
ideas, but
I think teaching students instead of just tables, they just mugging up tables and all that. If they are taught through Venn diagram, set theory,
mm,
that gives a very clear concept to the kids how to solve problems. That's pictorially instead of just you. And logic will come automatically if the child understands the logic behind it, and just by simple drawings, we can solve difficult problems. So,
yeah, I think, something in mathematics that they say about the part whole diagram. Again, I'm going through all of these journey with my daughter, and again, relearning some of the things and unlearning some of the things as well
yeah,
at the same time. So,
yes,
so that's again very interesting, where the mathematics do play a role. And what you
yes,
said also helped me quite a lot, actually, when we were doing the, say for example, I'm going through a very stressful time. What I will do is I'm going to just take my pencil and paper and try to do different shapes. That's it. It's not that I have to be perfect, but that helps me to calm down, cool, refocus, and all
yes,
of that.
yes,
So,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
interesting.
sure.
Okay, so I have got a presentation that you sent to me as well to share with the
Yeah.
audience, and hopefully you're going to take us through. And then, of course, we have got David who will be helping us with all the videos
Okay,
and everything as we need. So, shall we go and start the
sure, sure,
presentation, do you think?
sure.
Okay, let's do that then. Okay, so
Shall I start? Well, uh, so let's go through this journey of Warli Art, which is a tribal art form from India. And the figure that is shown here, this is, I tried to draw digitally so that if you feel like drawing it on your computer with your tablets, then you can do that, iPads. If you don't want to do it on pen and pencil, then you can also try this. So let's go to the next slide. Yeah, so this is the brief outline of what I want to share. First, I shall introduce a few very ancient art forms, folk art forms from India, and just give a very bare examples of Gond, Bhil, and Madhubani paintings. Then I shall introduce Warli painting and show how it is different from the other types of art forms. Then we shall see some of the basic features and themes of Warli art. And then what I would like to do is I would show some videos of how to draw these basic shapes in Warli art, borders, animals, birds, etc., etc. And I would really enjoy and I would really appreciate if my audience also tries to draw with me. Then I think that, okay, this art form has been of interest to at least a few of my audience. And then I shall give some examples of how this traditional, very old ancient art form has evolved over the years and how it is different now, and then show you some finished products. So can we go to the next slide? Yeah, so these are some of the ancient art forms. Like I told you, Warli is from the western part of India. So this is the Warli painting here, a very small icon I have shown. Then Madhubani is from the eastern region. It's from the Mithila region of Bihar. Actually, this is my birthplace. I am born and brought up in Bihar. Then Gond and Bhil, these are very ancient tribes from central India. Madhya Pradesh, basically Madhya Pradesh, and also parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Then Saurya art is again from the eastern side of Orissa. Pithora, absolutely west, Gujarat. And Santhal, it's near the Bengal-Bihar border. So let's see, like these are Gond paintings. I think yesterday only there was a workshop on Gond art, so you know better than me. These are characterized by lines, dashes, and dots. Lines of various forms, straight lines, curved lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines, slanting lines, dots, and dashes. The nature plays a very important role in all types of folk arts. So here, like we see the tree, here is shown the elephant and the deer. Well, one thing I would like to tell you is most of the drawings that I am showing today are all my own, except I think I have used only 3 figures from the internet, which I'll tell you. Otherwise, all of them are drawn by me only. Okay, so next. These are Bhil paintings. Gond and Bhil are from central India, Madhya Pradesh region. So Gond was characterized by dashes, and this is Bhil is characterized by dots. And here each artist develops his or own style of dots. And there are no borders here because they think that man is one with nature. So there is no border to demarcate the drawings. And all these drawings are done in very vibrant colors. Gond, Bhil, Madhubani, all of them are drawn in very vibrant colors, all natural colors. Like black is from charcoal, yellow is from turmeric, then green from the leaves, blue from indigo, red from soil, and all that. So, uh, next, please. Yeah, these are Madhubani paintings. Madhubani paintings are characterized by very extreme precision. So perhaps maths plays a very important role here. Like while I started doing Madhubani paintings, I was amazed at the precision these people had about 2,500 to 3,000 years ago. That's very, very exciting. How did they use the compass and ruler and scale? Like, well, today I won't go into the details of this. Anyway, so next, please. Yeah. So the three previous examples that we saw, they are drawn in very vibrant colors. Now, Warli paintings, these are practiced by Warli tribes of Maharashtra and some parts of Gujarat. It is not, it is just outskirts of Bombay, Thane region and beyond. And about the origin, we don't have any exact date. One school of thought says that it's originated about in the 10th century, while another school says that it was about 3,000 years ago. Not 3,000, 5,000 years ago, 2,500 to 3,000 BC. And the main thing about this is they are monochrome paintings drawn in a single color. Just so these people, basically they were farmers, their cultivation was their main occupation, rice was their main crop. So they used to paint the walls of their houses, mud walls with red colored, red ochre mud walls, and the paintings were done in white, with white rice paste. So this is traditional Warli art, and nowadays we use a lot of colors. Uh, Actually, Warli art has gone through three different stages. Original, conventional, it's purely on red ochre walls with white rice paste. Then in the 1970s, when people started noticing this art form, a few patrons, they gave paper and pencil to these artists, to these Warli artists, so that this could be popularized. After that, so this is the second stage. Then came the third stage when it became commercial, and now we can find Warli art everywhere in international airports, in dresses, in table mats. I'll show you some examples. Okay? So the main theme here is nature. They draw birds, animals, trees, and human activities. Their day-to-day life, hunting, fishing, farming, then festivities, and they indulge in a lot of music and dance. And the basic shapes that they use are only the circle, which they got the idea from the sun and the moon, the triangle, which represents or which came here from the mountains and the conical trees. So the circle and the triangle are from nature, and the square, this is artificial. This is the sacred enclosure or chalk. Chalk means a square or a rectangle, and straight lines. So what the worldly people did was draw a square or a rectangle on the walls of their houses. Then they used to draw the patterns inside this chalk. So they use the circle, the triangle. It's very interesting. They can draw everything from animals, plants, trees, birds, humans, all activities can be represented only using these four things, these four shapes. And today I shall show you how to draw this. So, yeah, so these are the only three figures, only three paintings which I took from the internet. So here we can actually see the mud walls of the Warli people. See this, mainly the women folk used to do it. So we can see a lot of activity here. This is harvesting, then drawing water from well, hut. Here, see, we can see many cows here. Everything has been drawn using only circles, triangle, square, and the straight line. So next, please. So now can we, I'll just show you how to start these paintings. So we can start, we have to start with the chalk, which is the square or the rectangle, and then we shall show how to draw borders. So if you please, at least some of you draw along with me, I'll be very excited and happy. So let's have this video on Warli borders. Let's see how to draw borders using the basic shapes triangle, circle, and square. So I've just drawn an outline, and this is known as a chalk, and the Warlis do their paintings inside this chalk. So suppose we are making squares in the shape of diamond, then a circle inside, fill up this circle and draw two lines in between. When it will be completed, it will look nice. Here we can say we can draw two circles, another circle inside, and say we are drawing two triangles here, and just fill them up. So this will also make another border pattern. Here we can draw circle, semicircle, three semicircles, fill up the inside, innermost semicircle, and then just draw very thin lines, closely spaced lines connecting the two outer semicircles. And here we can draw triangles and just circles inside. Okay? So I did not complete the border because time is a factor here. So you can complete and show your work. So generally the borders are drawn either the same border on all four sides, or the same border on top and bottom, and another one on the two sides. But I drew four types of borders just to give an idea of how to draw different types. So here are some more borders, but using only those particular shapes. Here, this looks like a leaf pattern, but actually if you see it closely, this is a semicircle, another semicircle. Again, this one is a semicircle, another semicircle. So this, finally, it looks like a leaf pattern. So then we can move over to the, once the border is drawn, let's start with the tree video and see how to draw a particular tree. Now I have just completed the border, so you can also do it on your own. So now the coconut tree plays a very important role in the life of the Warli people. So let's draw a coconut tree here. Just a curved line, two curved lines, this is the ground, and then just horizontal lines in between for the bark, and then the coconuts here, and finally the leaves. And for the leaves, we draw very thin, closely spaced lines so that we get the feel of a coconut tree. Okay? Finished? Next slide, please. Can we go over to the next slide, please? After this? So here. Yeah, the video on how to draw a hut. Completed coconut
Let's
tree.
play the video.
Now we'll see how to draw a hut. So Warli huts are very simple. There are no doors or there are no windows actually. So this is a hut, a thatched roof. So what we can do is we can divide this into parts and just draw curvy lines to show the thatched roof. And the Warli people mostly place a ladder inside their houses. So we can draw a ladder. Simple, very simple, just straight lines. And you can make some design here. So this is the completed hut. So we can go to the next slide. Yeah, so here we just show the video of how to draw a coconut tree and how to draw a hut. Here we show different forms of trees, but see, all with only those triangles and lines and circles, nothing else. See, so these are different types of Warli trees, and these are different types of huts the Warli people used to draw and still draw. So now we'll see how to draw animals and birds. So first, let's have the video on the peacock, followed by the video on the bird. Let's see how to draw birds in Warli painting. Peacock plays a very important role. Peacock is a sign of prosperity, of good luck. So let's draw a peacock. We start with a semicircle like this, then another semicircle for the head, another semicircle here, and another semicircle here. So this is the beak, this is the crown. Then for the tail, draw two straight lines and draw very finely closed lines to show the feather. Then it's a dancing peacock, so its plumes are like this. I suppose just a circle and straight lines. Circle and straight lines for the plumes. Circle, straight line, circle, straight line. Just finish it on your own to get a feel of the peacock feathers, dancing peacock. So what we'll do is 1 feet in the air, another feet on the ground, it's dancing. And you can just shade here to give it a better look. You can draw small circles here. So this completes the peacock. And then the video on the bird, a small bird. A circle for the head, straight line, then semicircle for the body, another semicircle, fill it up, beak, eyes and legs. This is and a triangle for the tail. So this is another small bird. Okay. So we can draw different types of birds, different types of peacocks, different types of trees. So let's have the next slide, please. Yeah. So here, these are two small birds. This shows a flying bird. For a flying bird, we don't get to see the feet. So this is the wings, the tail, so the bird is flying. And here we show two other forms of peacock. So I think it's interesting, I don't know. So now let's show how to draw animals. So we start with the cow, and then you can use your imagination to draw other animals using the basic shapes. So let's see how to draw the cow. See how to draw animals. So the simplest animal, since they were the main occupation was farming or cultivation. So let's draw a cow. We start with the head of the cow, which is a triangle, then a small circle for the mouth. These are the horns, these are the ears, then a triangle for the body, a triangle here, then the hump of the cow as a semicircle, then the feet, these are the hoofs, tail, and we'll just fill these up. Now you can try your own cow, or you can try any other animal. See, this is the cow. How simple, just with straight line, circle and triangle. So you can draw your own animals like, so let's have the next slide. Yeah, so here we have shown how to draw. This is the cow, this is the horse. So horse has a mane, so this shows the horse. Then a goat, which is running, a rat, a fish, monkey, elephant. See how simple the elephant is. But it does, immediately on seeing this particular shape, we are reminded of the elephant only, isn't it so? So now let's move over to how to draw humans. So there is a video on how to draw humans. Yeah. So finally, we'll see how to draw humans. So for the humans, this is the body and this is the pelvis, the feet, the legs, the hand, a circle for the head and a small straight line for the neck. This is a man. How do we know this is a man? See, this is a woman I am drawing. Similarly, circle for the head, a small straight line for the neck, then the torso, the pelvis, the legs. The woman is wearing anklets, and instead of just drawing the hands downwards, we can show that this is the head, bun. This bun, this hair differentiates a man from a woman. A man does not have this bun, a woman has this bun. Now if we want to show the woman carrying a pot on her head, so we can draw this like this. This is the pot, and instead of the hands dangling downwards, we can show the hands carrying the pot, and these are her bangles. So the bangles, the anklets, the headdress. These three differentiate a man from a woman. And we can just fill up the triangles. This gives a better look, both for the man as well as the woman. Okay? So you can also try your own man and own woman. Let's see how you make it. And let's have the next video on the old man. Now, how to draw an old man. So again, the head, the neck, the body, but see, the body is tilted here. Instead of straight, the body is tilted. The upper triangle is tilted. These are the feet, and there's a hump to show the old person. So it's just a semicircle. Now the hands are holding a walking stick. So this shows an old man. We again fill up the head, fill up this part. And fill up this part. So this shows an old man. See? Is it giving the feeling of an old man? So now we can show, we just showed how, yeah. So here are the human figures are drawn using two triangles. The upper one inverted, which represents the torso, and the lower one, the normal one, which represents the pelvis. And they just one on top of the other, the tips touching each other, joined at the tip. This represents the precarious equilibrium in nature. So here, this shows a man, a woman with her anklets and bangles and the hair. This is another woman who has a headdress like this. Like in India, tribal people used to, even today, cover the heads with a veil, ghungat. So this represents that. Then the old man. This is a boy, a girl. See, a girl is different from a woman with her two ponytails instead of the bun. So this is an old woman, this is an old man. So this completes the basic figures which the Warli people draw. Now, these are the basic humans, but how to draw the different activities, how to represent the different activities. Suppose a person is cooking or sitting or lying down or swinging on the swing. Like, we can show different activities, plowing the field, just by these particular shapes only, but the hands and the legs will be at different angles. A small video will demonstrate how to portray activities in human painting. So let's have the video on activities. So now how to draw different activities. Suppose a woman is sitting inside the hut. So again, these two triangles for the body, and then the legs we draw like this. Head, bun, one hand here, the other hand here. So this shows a woman sitting inside the hut. So just by changing the angle of the limbs, we can show different activities. Suppose we want to show somebody who is cooking. So cooking means there must be an utensil, so a semicircle. Then there must be wood for the fire. So these are all triangles. This is the smoke. Here a lady is sitting. See, again, see, sitting. This can be one leg, this can be another leg, one hand, and in the other hand she is holding the cooking ladle, a spoon. So this is cooking in a pot. Of course, we must remember to draw the bun. And since she is cooking, she might need utensils. So we can draw one utensil here. And just fill up these two triangles. Now you see, we have just created a composition. So a tree, two birds, a cow, an old man walking, a woman carrying a pot on her head. So it becomes a composition. Okay. So I hope you liked this Warli. Now, these are some of the compositions like tarpa. Tarpa is the pipe, musical instrument that is very important in these people. So whenever there is celebration, some festivity, birth of a child, or harvest season, or some worship of their deity or anything, then the tarpa is blown. This the central person here. This person is blowing the tarpa, and this actually invites the young people to form a spiral sort of a thing around this tarpa player, and then they sing and dance. So here also, here a man and a woman are playing the drum inside, and then this spiral here shows that the people are dancing and singing, encircling this couple. And these people are also, they are playing these musical instruments used by the Warlis, drums and all. This is the tarpa, this flute sort of a thing. And these are different musical instruments they use. So this any Warli painting, this spiral is very characteristic of Warli arts, and tarpa plays a very important role. So if we can go to the next slide, yeah. So tradition versus modern, on which surfaces can we draw these figures? Traditionally, as I told you, it was only on the mud walls with white rice paste. Monochrome paintings, no color, nothing. But nowadays, we can draw on a variety of surfaces. From paper, we can frame them, beautiful wall hangings, bookmarks, cards, canvas, again wall hanging, table mats. On terracotta, different types, different shapes of terracotta pots for flower vase, for showpiece, for diya, pen stand. Then wood, different types of showpieces, nameplates, coaster, wooden tray, glass on empty bottles, jars, ceramic, coffee mug, tea mug, cup, saucer, bowl, dinner set, cloth, t-shirts, dress materials, saris, cushion covers, bed covers, pillow covers, leather, bag, purse, wallet, mobile cover, passport holder, pots for gardening, melamine plate, on bamboo, on walls, on staircases, on balconies. The list is endless. You can create your own style, your own art. So now we shall show some of them. Many I don't have with me now. I've just gifted them. Like here, I was telling you about recycling. This is a wooden spoon, a discarded one. So instead of just throwing it away, I painted it with Warli art. So here is a tree, another type of tree here, a different type of tree. And you can see a boy or a girl just swinging on the tree. Then these people are dancing. And since this is on wood, it needs a base coat of gesso. And then the final product, we apply synthetic varnish so that the paint is preserved. It survives the wear and tear. These are Warli bookmarks on paper. We can get them laminated and very small gift items. People like them. Handmade, personally customed for somebody you love. So these are bookmarks. Then next, please. This is a wedding card which I had designed for somebody very dear to me. You can write the name of the couple here. And these are banana trees instead of coconut trees. So I have taken some liberty. So this is the bride, this is the groom. They are exchanging garlands. They have headgear on. And this is an occasion of fun and joy. So the people are dancing, singing, playing musical instruments and all that on the three sides. And here, the groom is shown on a horseback. And here, the bride is shown on a palanquin. So this is a wedding card which I had designed. So next, please. These are terracotta. Well, this is a terracotta pot. Here also different types of figures are shown, all festivities. Here, this shows hunting. If you can see, on the top, people are going for hunting with their spears and bows and arrows. And here, if you can see, it's very small. They have killed a deer and they are carrying this deer on a bamboo pole. But see, the figures are so simple. This is the beauty of this form of art. Here also, we can see a wedding celebration. This is the palanquin of the bride. And here they are exchanging garlands and all that. Now, these three are pen stands. Actually, my younger daughter and I had gone out for tea, and tea was served in these kulhars, terracotta cups. So instead of, they just throw it away. The cafe people, they just throw away these terracotta kulhars. But I thought, why not take one home and try to do something? So that ignited my inner desire. And then I bought a whole lot of kulhars. So here, I'm showing reflection. See, the reflection of the tree is here. Boating. This is river. Here, a farmer is plowing his field with two oxen. And here, this actually I tried to depict Diwali, the festival of lights. So here are diyas or the lamps. Here, two women are making rangoli on the floor. And here, somebody is lighting up fireworks. The kids are dancing, jumping with joy. So, and on all these terracotta pots, final coat of transparent synthetic varnish is applied so that the color sets in very strong, and I just wash them. They can just be washed. The paint does not fade away, nothing. So next, please. Yeah, this I was trying to portray goddess Durga along with her, with the demon Mahishasur, which she is supposed to have killed, and the lion. So this is a 2D on a terracotta kulhar cup. And this is on actually we call it soup in Hindi, kulo in Bengali. I don't have the English word. You can say it's a very shallow basket sort of a thing in the shape of a horseshoe. So this is just an 8-inch in height. And I tried to portray this goddess Durga in the Warli style. See, with a triangular torso, with a triangular pelvic, this lion here with its mane, and demon here. And this is supposed to be a buffalo demon, Mahishasur. So here lies the head of the buffalo. Here lies the head of the buffalo. So this is my way of depicting this. Then next, please. Yeah. So this is a piece of bamboo which I happened to come across at some construction site. So where I think these are about 6 inches in height. So I just painted these bamboo pieces. They were just throwing it away. Let me try. And here this is a passport holder. I have taken liberty to draw the triangles in a bit curved way. Thought it might look better or different rather. Next, yeah. This is a glass bottle, an empty glass bottle. I'm showing the three, actually this is the same glass bottle, but since it's 3D, it gives a different picture from different angles. So I'm showing this. So these are daily activities. Here is a hut. Here, a person is climbing this coconut tree, you see? A person is climbing up the tree. Then here, somebody is using an axe to cut a piece of wood. Here she is using basket making. And then people are dancing. These are some of the Warli musical instruments. The drum here. And so this shows a glass bottle. Here all these are also finally a transparent coat of varnish is applied after the paint dries up so that the color is fixed. So next please. Next slide please. Yeah, so these are nameplates. See, I have written here Warli Art, W-A-R-L-I, A-R-T, using Warli calligraphy. So this can be used to create nameplates. Here I have written Sinha, S-I-N-H-A. And here people are dancing. So we can put this up on the front door of our house. So you can create your own. Next, please. Here are ceramic cups. For ceramic, after the paint dries up, we use the clear sealant to add shine, and then we bake it in the oven for 30 minutes at 120 to 140 degrees centigrade to fix the color. Then the color won't come off even after you wash the cups, wash the ceramic pieces. Next. Yeah, this is a bag which I did. I showed you a horse, an elephant. See here, somebody is riding on an elephant. Here is the groom is on the horse. The bride is following on a palanquin. So it's an occasion of festivities. People are dancing and just playing and so just dancing and singing and playing the drum, the flute, the different musical instruments. For this is on cloth. So for cloth, first we must remember to take off the starch. So the cloth must be washed and ironed before using any color. And after 48 to 72 hours after completing the project, we have to place a very thin cloth on top of the painting and iron it, then reverse the product and iron it again. This fixes the color. It won't come off after washing. So next, please. Yeah, this is on a canvas, a village scene, see boat. So these are palm trees, farmer plowing the field. This is on a melamine plate, again a discarded one, I told you. So here people are swimming. A person here is sitting and trying to do fishing, a boat here. So these are just different ways of relaxing, that's all. This is a village scene. If you see, the hut here is interesting. What I showed earlier was the thatched hut, the thatched roof from the outside. This is from the inside. See, they have kept their utensils here. And that's why the ladder is so important, because to have access to these pots and all, they need a ladder. Here, the two potters are using the potter's wheel to make pottery. Here, the person is weaving baskets. So here is a horse-drawn carriage. A person is pulling a cart. Here, somebody is feeding a cow. So this gives a picture of a village scene. This is on again canvas. This is Rath Yatra. So this is the festival of chariots. A deity is put on a chariot and people draw the deity through the streets. So they're pulling this rope and these people are carrying the umbrella, the flag and all that for the deity. Here, people are praying in front of fire. These two women are making a design on the floor to celebrate the occasion. And here the people are dancing and singing. And if you see here, this lady is carrying a child on her lap. Can you see it? This is also only using triangles and lines. So you can have many more like this. I think this brings to the end of the presentation. Yes? So this brings us to the end of the presentation.
Yes, yeah. It's fantastic. Like it's.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, as you can see, like you have got lots of comments as well coming in, but because I was sharing the screen, I couldn't actually go and kind of display that. And there are people who have been actually commenting on the work and how you have been, actually showing it as simple, but it is not that simple. And I think, well, yeah, I mean, it's the practice that possibly you have been. And would you say that during this pandemic, you got more time to kind of explore? And that's
generally commuting to our office and back takes up at least 2 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours. And there's the exhaustion also. But while working from home, I got a lot of time and I got a lot of energy also. And I also could see many YouTube videos of how to improve my work. So the pandemic gave me an opportunity to give more time and energy in my hobby.
Yeah, and I think I quite like your idea of recycling. So whenever you find something, and I've got this habit as well of bringing in logs and everything. So if you go into my backyard, you will find different shapes and sizes. And I'm not I'm not a practitioner, but I like to be with the colors all the time. I quite like actually doing some sort of arts, and it's. And I think that's quite unique, isn't it? We waste so much of a thing, and we buy papers. Again, we draw it, and then we discard them, and So why not that once we have got something, somewhere that is paintable? But I think what you also say to us is how to preserve them. That's quite important, because I didn't have that idea of how you preserve them, and I just kept on doing it. And sometimes the colors, they do come off.
Yes.
And yeah, so I think there was something you were talking about the canvas where we didn't actually go into how you preserve things on the canvas. Is it the same?
Canvas also, yeah, I use this clear sealant, the
Okay.
transparent varnish. And we must be careful while choosing the varnish because most of them turn yellow. So
Mm.
the white portion, it doesn't affect the colored portion, but the white portion doesn't look good. So we must have clear synthetic varnish. So I know what are available here in India. I don't know what's available in
No.
UK. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, no, definitely people can find out, of course, and if
yeah,
they're interested, they can also get in touch with you, of course,
of
and
course
if you
you
want to
can
get
share
in
my,
touch,
yeah, you can share
let,
my email.
yeah,
If,
definitely.
if
Would you
anybody
like
wants to
to tell me
get in
now?
touch me, most welcome.
Yeah. Would you like to tell it now, and then I can share it with our audience as well, or
Yeah,
yeah,
and
okay.
it's just sinha.anjana, all small, at gmail.com.
Okay, so I've got that, and I'm going to post that in the comments. So if you want to get in touch, and if you have done the painting with Dr. Sinha today, then please do send that in.
Yes.
We are aiming to, as a closing ceremony, we are closing on the 15th. So 15th is going to be a celebration of closing the Manavutsav festival and all of it. And what we will also do is we are going to display some of the arts and workshops, and so things are coming through from other workshops as well. So if people who have joined us today, if you've done something, please do send it to us, and we will definitely display them on the site as well. And thank you very much for joining us today,
It
Dr.
was a
Sinha.
pleasure. It was a tremendous pleasure.
Well,
And
you
I
said
really
that.
look forward to getting associated with you in future,
Yes, absolutely.
if
We should work
possible.
together, I think. And I think that,
Yes.
I'm going to put in lots of drawings and these kind of exercises, workshops. What I'm learning through this Manavutsav journey is kind of experimenting with different methods and how we can attain the mental wellness, and very much about building that community resilience. So I will be trying to use these for students here or even with the community. So definitely,
Okay.
I'm going to get in touch with
Wonderful.
you on that.
Wonderful.
But you
Most
said that you
welcome.
don't know much about the painting, but the
No,
kind
I
of
don't have the
historical
technical
narrative,
details. I don't have any technical training. So,
any technical training, yes. But then your slides were like so good. Like it gave us an idea, overview. I could actually visualize the things that you were saying, and of course after that it came through. But I think that we had very informative slides as well. So thank you very much for that.
thank
And
you. Thank you so
we can
much.
revisit it every
Of
time. So
course.
of course,
Of
and please
course.
do share with others as well if you know someone who is
Sure.
interested in artwork.
Sure.
And thank you for joining us, and looking forward to work with you in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks
Sure,
again,
sure, 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 sure.
and thanks
Most,
to all
it's my
our
pleasure. It's my
my pleasure.
pleasure.
It's my pleasure as well. Absolutely, you gave me your time, and thank
Good.
you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
of course, Sangit Foundation, they introduced us,
Yeah,
and
Jayanta is my
fantastic
friend
giant.
from school days. Jayanta is
Yes,
my friend from school days. So
yeah.
actually, he has been telling me since a long time. Initially, I was very hesitant because I don't have any formal training. So I thought maybe all my flaws will be exposed and amplified. But then he only gave me the confidence. So
No, it's fantastic. So thank you very much to Sangit Foundation and Giant Array there as well.
yes,
Okay, so
thank
that
you.
brings us to the close of this event.
Thank you.
Join us again in the next event, and all of the details are on Manavutsa Facebook page. If you have not joined, please do go and join in, and also the YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.